The language of your negotiation is just as important as the content. Just like using a dialect that is unfamiliar to the other party will fail to fully get your message across, so using a style, a tone, or an attitude that does not resonate with the other party will let your discussion down. So what options do you have? Think about language when it comes to setting the scene. Most discussions benefit from pre-negotiation conditioning, where you start to send some messages in a drip feed early on. This is partly about making sure your agenda is not a surprise to the other party, unless that is part of your strategy. And it could be done through sharing confidences. It could be done through early discussion. This is about setting the scene, because conditioning is a frame to create a landscape with which you want to have your discussion within. Think about language when you're setting the positive and negative motivators for your discussion. Positive motivators could include tangible rewards, but there are also messages like affirmations, like anticipation of future success, like appreciation or thanks for work done. And have a think about what negative motivators you might use, which are deterrents of some kind, like consequences, like sanctions, or like the loss of reputation. In your language, think also about human connection. What values do you share that bind you together? What personal interests will warm you to each other? And what sort of values or needs do you share that will light your way to resolution in discussion? Whilst the language of touch is prohibited to us, and we also find that gestures that can be so helpful in negotiation may not translate as well in an online environment. All of this means that the language we speak and the written word become more powerful than ever. More important to be precise, more important to be compelling, and more important to be congruent with the messages that we're trying to get across. And in many cases, this can mean saying less on an online meeting or in an email than we might have done in a face-to-face discussion. So choose the language of negotiation carefully. It'll help to make your communication more concise, and it will help to make your negotiation more effective.